I made too many sweets. Want some?
Whoa, you made these yourself? They look like something from a store. I'm Kosuke Yamoto. I used to live in your neighborhood. You gave me food a lot. I can't believe the new temp is you. Dad? Where are you, Dad?
I'm sorry, Kosuke. I'm sorry. But your father's not coming back.
My name is Kosuke Yamoto. When I was in 2nd grade, my father disappeared with the woman he was cheating with. The only thing he left behind was a divorce paper with just his name signed. No alimony, no child support. He just vanished. But he said he'd come watch my next soccer game. Suddenly, it was just me and Mom. With no relatives to rely on, we moved to a run-down apartment. Mom worked weekdays as a temp and took weekend or night shifts at a supermarket. Of course, I couldn't afford to keep playing the soccer I loved. I finished my homework and packed for tomorrow. Nothing else to do. Go to school, come home to an empty house. Just like that, my world turned gray. But then, out of nowhere, a goddess appeared. It was 2 years later, when I was in 4th grade.
I made too many sweets. Want some?
Whoa, you made these yourself? They look like something from a store. She was a neighbor, 5 years older than me. Her name was Sumire Ozawa. She offered me some food she made. Thanks. She was always kind and greeted people warmly, so I called her Lady. So good. I still remember crying the moment I took a bite. I already understood Mom was working herself to the bone for me after Dad left. So I thought I couldn't be selfish, but I was lonely. I'll save some for Mom too. I'm gonna stay up until she comes home today. Lady, those sweets were amazing. Mom loved them too.
Really? I'm so glad. Oh, hey, if you're free, wanna stop by my place? I made too much dinner yesterday too, and I'd be really happy if you took some.
Really? Yay! Back then, as a 4th grader, I didn't hesitate to accept anything offered to me. Looking back now, I feel kind of embarrassed that I wasn't more polite. Nikujaga, my mom makes this too sometimes. You can make sweets and meals. Are you a wizard or something?
No! Do you like your mom's nikujaga?
Yeah, but she's been really busy lately, so she hasn't made it much.
I see. She's working hard every day, huh?
From then on, Lady often gave us food or sweets, saying she made too much. I started looking forward to her cooking. Eventually, being alone didn't feel so bad anymore. But then, 2 years later, when I entered 6th grade, Mom got remarried and we had to move. Lady, thank you for everything. I'll never forget you.
I won't forget you either. Thank you for always saying my cooking was good. Take care, okay?
I wanted to repay her somehow, but the sudden goodbye made that impossible. She'd cared about me without expecting anything in return. At the very least, I gave her a letter to say thank you before leaving the neighborhood. 12 years later, I'm now 24 and working as a full-time staff member at a pension-related agency. Thanks to my stepfather's good income, I was able to go to college. I'll be forever grateful. I want to make my parents proud as a respectable adult. Today's quota is... whoa, 900 cases? And it's not even peak season yet. I work in Section 1 of the National Pension Division. We handle documents for people not employed or not covered under a spouse's plan. One morning, before work, supervisor walked in with a new female employee.
Let's get your self-intro done before we start. Nervous? A little bit.
That voice. I've heard it before. I couldn't see her face yet, only heard her voice, but something about it made me feel nostalgic. Just as I was watching her walk past, Supervisor called out and she turned toward us. No way. It can't be. That lady?
I mentioned this last week, but a temp is joining us starting today. Let's all help her out as we head into the busy season. Nice to meet you all. I'm Sumire Ozawa, the new temp.
Same name. It really is her. There's no way I'm wrong. That voice, that warm smile, it's the person I've always wanted to thank. Lady, do you remember me?
Huh? Have we met before?
Crap, I sound like a bad pickup artist. I'm Kosuke Yamoto. I used to live in your neighborhood. You gave me food a lot. I can't believe the new temp is you.
Oh, Kosuke-kun! No way! I didn't recognize you at all.
Overjoyed at our unexpected reunion, I invited her to dinner without hesitation. I never got to repay her back then, and now she was standing right in front of me. I was so overwhelmed I could barely think straight. That nikujaga you made was amazing. Mom and I tried so many times, but we could never get it just right. Oops. Sorry, I've just been rambling nonstop. Also, calling you lady at work is probably weird.
I might accidentally call you Kosuke-kun at work, too. Still, you've really grown.
I'm 24 now, even taller than you, see?
So have you been doing okay since then? I always worried whether you were living happily.
Yes, my new dad's a great guy. He's always been really kind to me. As for my real dad...
Why? You said I was the only one.
Turns out he cheated again, and the woman he married snapped.
He's already paying alimony to his ex-wife, plus child support. Now he might owe more if she sues, too.
It was just a moment of weakness. I swear I won't do it again.
Well, at this point, I couldn't care less about the man who betrayed me and Mom. I've always wanted to repay you for everything, One-san. If you hadn't cared about me back then, I probably would have spent all my time alone, never talking to anyone. I'm not exaggerating. When you showed up holding those cookies, you looked like a goddess to me.
I had no idea you felt that way. I just made too much, that's all.
But you did it in a way that didn't make me or Mom feel uncomfortable, right? I get that now that I'm an adult. I model myself after her thoughtfulness. It's not something easily done. From now on, please feel free to rely on me, whether it's work or anything else.
Pension work seems really complicated and hard to remember, but with you around, I feel a lot more confident. I'm counting on you, Senpai.
Please, don't call me Senpai. The little regret I'd had for the past 12 years, wanting to repay her, was finally starting to come true. But then...
I finished today's data entry. Should I start on tomorrow's too? You're done already? Yeah, sure, please do.
Before I could even step in to help, she had already absorbed everything like a sponge.
Osawa-san! I was reviewing the documents you checked, but why did you mark it for return? Nothing seemed wrong. I couldn't confirm if the person was receiving public assistance from the attached docs. I also included a note asking them to check with the ward office contact. Right, that's true. Wait, I just told you that. How did you already understand it? We're out of correction tape. I need to go to General Affairs. Actually, I already requested a new order yesterday. Sounds like there's a bit of a delay, though. No way, you're a lifesaver! Wait, By this time of day, we usually only have 40% done, but now we've already cleared this much. We might actually get out of here without overtime today.
The paperwork we deal with ranges from easy to incredibly complex. By giving Sumire, the temp, easier tasks, we could use that saved time to reduce the pile more efficiently. A lot of temps quit because they can't handle the workload here. Even regular staff sometimes make mistakes. It's just that demanding.
This kind of quiet manual work really suits me. Maybe that's why it's a good fit. Thank you for arriving before busy season. Thank you for joining this department. Our goddess, Saint Ozawa. Please accept this offering.
She's become deified. In reality, with more freelancers and fewer full-timers in recent years, our division, the National Pension Section, has gotten busier year after year. But the headcount hasn't increased, so we've had to manage with what we've got.
Thanks to Ozawa-san, things have gotten so much easier for us. She's so responsible and thorough. Honestly, she's way too good to be a temp.
I think so too. Ozawa-san. Wanna eat lunch together?
Ozawa-san, if it's okay, want to go out to eat with us? I've been wanting to sit down and chat more. Really? I'd love to.
Thanks to her warm and gentle nature, Sumire quickly became part of the team. In no time, she'd become one of us, Ozawa-san. But one person didn't like that.
You're on for the afternoon too, Ace. Ace? No way. Ugh, seriously? It's just data entry and basic document checks. Anyone could do that stuff.
The bitter comment came from Kaho Nemoto, another member of our team. She's 31, several years my senior.
Right. Sorry for being noisy.
Nemoto-san seemed annoyed at the praise Sumire was getting. Or maybe she just hated how easily Sumire fit in.
You're a temp, so don't try to stand out. Just do what you're told. Stop acting like you're so competent. Any temp can handle these tasks.
Hey, Nemoto-san, that's way out of line.
Kids these days have no respect. Talking back to a senior like that?
I only said something because your tone was way over the line. To be honest, I don't see her as a senior. There's nothing respectable about her. Sure, she works fast, but her mistakes are frequent, and supervisor often sends her work back. And when someone else outshines her, she tries to shut them down. How can anyone look up to that?
Nemoto-san, can I have a word? About this application, how many times do I have to tell you? Foreigners receiving public assistance aren't exempt from premiums. I'm sending this back. Fix it immediately. Sorry! I thought I had written it down. I just forgot. Doesn't matter if you write it down. If you don't remember it, it's useless. Try learning from Ozawa-san. Okay. What's your problems? I've been handing tougher forms than you. So what if I made a few mistakes from fatigue? Big deal.
No one said anything about that.
Also, unlike you temps who get to go home on time, we're stuck doing overtime. Must be nice. No responsibility and someone else fixes your errors. So carefree.
We get paid more and have better benefits. Blaming her for doing her job well isn't fair. The better Ozawa-san performed, the harsher Nemoto's glares and words became.
Thanks for switching seats with me, Kosuke-kun. It's hard to ask the boss directly when you're a temp.
You can lean on me more. If anything's bothering you, just say so. I asked Supervisor to let me swap desks with her so she wouldn't have to sit beside Nemoto-san. I wanted her to work in a comfortable environment. I couldn't handle Nemoto's jabs. It didn't solve everything, but at least with some distance, I could see the relief on her face.
So I checked their pension history, and they quit their job in like no time. Isn't that insane? Hey, but more importantly, are you bringing your phone into the office? You should really keep it in your locker.
Friday after work, Ozawa-san was getting ready to leave in the woman's locker room like always.
Looks like Nemoto and a friend from another department. Can't believe they're talking that loudly about someone's personal info. Her friend looks totally put off, and smartphones aren't even allowed in there. Nobody's gonna catch us. Oh, and there was someone else my age with 5 kids already, living on welfare. Nemoto? What? You were there? I don't think that kind of thing is okay. Talking so openly about people's private info you saw during work. So what? It's just the office. You're a temp. Who do you think you are scolding a full-time employee? You have any idea how many years I've worked here? I'm sorry, but... I don't say that stuff outside the office, okay? Mind your own business. Don't get all cocky just because the boss likes you and everyone's fussing over you. You're annoying. I'm not getting cocky. You know what? Just quit already. What? Ever since you showed up, the boss has been way harsher to me. Hey, what are you even talking about? Mind your own business, other department, and stop hanging around with young guys like Yamamoto. What? You used that creepy sweet smile and your good girl act to reel him in, didn't you? Even if I did, what's wrong with that? It's way better than acting nasty. Tch!
Meanwhile, I had no idea what was going on in the woman's locker room as I waited casually for Ozawa-san to come out. Monday morning, I ended up on the elevator with Nemoto. Ugh, awkward.
Think she'll show up today?
You mean Ozawa? Did you say something awful again?
All I said was just quit already.
God, how childish can you be? You really hate it when someone outshines you, huh? While Nemoto laughs like it's nothing, I'm boiling with anger. Praying Ozawa actually shows up, I walk into the office and immediately notice something's off.
Why does the mood feel so heavy?
Nemoto seems to notice too, frowning as she speaks. Just then, everyone turns to look at us at once.
Nemoto, finally. Finally? It's still before work hours. Come here and look at this. You've really done it now. You didn't even check the documents properly and mixed up 2 people with the same name, didn't you? No way! I wouldn't make such a basic mistake. You did. And now it's a huge mess.
Same name, same gender, same birth date, even the same area of residence, but different pension numbers. They look like the same person at first glance. But if you followed the proper steps to confirm their info, it wouldn't have happened.
Verifying the pension number is an absolute must. That's common sense for anyone working here. It wasn't me. I'm a full-time employee. I wouldn't screw up like that. It was the temp Ozawa. It had to be her. No, it wasn't me. Just admit it. That kind of mistake is typical for temps or newbies. Nemoto, we know it was your mistake. That's why we waited for you to come in. You probably don't know this, but from the boss's PC, we can check who handled each document. No way!
But seriously, what are we supposed to tell the client now? The form she messed up was one where paying 400 yen a month on top of regular insurance boosts future pension payouts. Since back paying isn't normally allowed, it means the real applicant missed their chance to pay.
We only found out because the wrong person called in saying, I didn't apply for this.
Have you figured out how to handle this?
Not yet. A few of us need to meet with the higher-ups right now and decide our next steps.
No way. We're already overloaded in peak season.
And now the boss and others are stepping out of the office? Can we even finish this today?
As we sit there with heavy faces, Nemoto can't stop sweating.
It's not that big of a deal, okay? I'll stay late too. You too, Ozawa? But this whole mess is the company's fault. You don't have to go that far. I can't just clock out and go home when everyone else is working late. Honestly, that helps. Thanks. All right, everyone. I'm counting on you. Nemoto, you too. Pull yourself together and focus. Yes.
And so, we got back to work, totally short-staffed. 10 cases per person per hour. There's 5 of us, so we aim for 150 by noon. But be careful, no mistakes. Keeping up speed and accuracy is more draining than you'd think, but we don't have time to complain. Even as we were glued to our screens, Nemoto kept mumbling.
It's not my fault. Not my fault.
She couldn't accept that she dragged the whole team into this. Nemoto, can you use your hands instead of your mouth?
Don't order me around. You're younger than me.
Everyone's working hard because of you. Do you even realize where you stand right now?
Inamoto, this form's address doesn't match the original data. I'm sending it back, so double check it. What?
I get that you're flustered after being scolded in front of everyone, but at least avoid rookie-level mistakes, please. And then, well past quitting time, 9:30 p.m. It's finally done. Thanks for all your hard work, everyone.
Thanks for today.
We pushed through the entire day pretty much non-stop. Hey, Ozawa, really, thanks again.
Not at all, Yamamoto. You too. Kind of felt like being in a club activity, huh? It was fun. Nemoto, thanks for your hard work too. Don't talk to me.
Nemoto didn't say thank you or sorry, just packed her stuff and left in a hurry. I mean, is she really sorry? She seems like she's gonna mess up again. Still feeling uneasy about her attitude, I walked Ozawa home and headed back myself. But this wouldn't be the last incident Nemoto caused.
Like I said, your employee named Kaho was blabbing personal information out loud. We're truly sorry. Would you mind giving us a little time to confirm the facts?
Still exhausted from yesterday's overtime, I dragged myself into work, and the first thing I saw was the manager bowing like crazy while on the phone, and Nemoto standing there pale and frozen. What happened?
Apparently Nemoto was talking about stuff she learned on the job at a restaurant with a friend. And by total coincidence, the woman she was talking about was seated right next to her with a friend too.
The woman is on welfare and exempt from paying pension. Kaho mentioned her name, address, and date of birth. So her friend found out she's on welfare.
Thanks to your employee, I was humiliated. This is the worst. Unbelievable. Told you so.
Told me what?
She was laughing it up in the locker room before too, talking about someone's private info from another department. I told her to stop, but she said it's fine because she's careful outside of work. It's not fine at all.
After calming the customer down, the manager slams the phone down and shoots Kaho a death glare.
We do compliance training every year, don't we? They drill it into us. Don't share personal info or document contents, because you never know who's listening. Why do you think we make every employee go through that training? I didn't think the person would be sitting right there.
Let me guess, you didn't take Ozawa's warning seriously, because she's just a temp, right? If you'd respected her as a teammate, this could have been avoided. You brought this on yourself.
Like any full-timer will listen to some temp.
Employment status doesn't matter right now. You look down on people and refuse to listen. That's all there is to it.
She should have stayed quiet instead of butting in as a temp. Everyone acting like Ozawa's some kind of star is pathetic.
Oh, I get it. You're just jealous of her.
Excuse me?
She just couldn't stand someone outshining her. Attacking and blaming Ozawa was all out of insecurity.
Nemoto, do you know why I and the others give Ozawa tasks and go out of our way to include her? It's because, unlike you, she's someone who acts for others and has a personality you want to be close to. She's also passionate about her work and learns fast. Of course we'd rely on her. Even I work at full speed every day and contribute to the office. Oh yeah? Contribute, really? All I do is clean up your messes. Huh? Same here. I even tried nicely asking you to check more carefully. But you were like, I'm doing harder stuff than you guys. Just like what you told Ozawa. Trying to show off how competent you are honestly came off kind of sad.
They must have had this bottled up. The moment they had the chance, they let it all out.
When I scold her firmly, she sulks and takes the next day off. When I go easy, she doesn't listen at all. I'll be reporting this incident to upper management. Why today of all days? Well, maybe it's a good chance. Nemoto, you're coming with me. Upper? How far up are we talking? Starting with the department head, eventually the division director. No, I'll apologize to the customer myself, so please don't report it up the chain.
Nemoto caused a major problem for the second day in a row. But this time, there was nothing anyone could do to shield her. Alrighty, back to work. Ozawa, let's finally go to lunch together today.
Let us join too. Let's all eat together.
There's never any alone time. We each go back to our work. Not one person seemed concerned about Nemoto.
Me? A resignation notice? This is basically telling me to quit.
Thanks to the name mix-up and the personal info leak, Kaho caused the public to lose trust in the company. Management's decision wasn't a transfer, it was a recommendation to resign. Kaho, no longer able to stay, left quietly and alone. This is really it? No special seasoning or anything?
Yep, that's all.
Once things calmed down after the busy season, Ozawa taught me how to make nikujaga.
I said I wanted to thank her for always looking out for me, but I still feel like this isn't enough.
No, this is perfect. I could never quite replicate that flavor on my own. I realized I thought her cooking was so amazing because she's a good person.
You're exaggerating.
You help people without expecting anything in return. That's rare. That's why people are drawn to you. It kinda makes me jealous. Like, I wish I were the only one who knew that side of you.
What do you mean by that?
Alright, taste it. Helping others with no thought of gain isn't something just anyone can do. That's what makes her so special.
I'm sure you've heard from people around you that I'm a ball of ambition.
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna go easy.
Why? Just because I'm a woman?
I didn't beat you. I got promoted because this company is corrupt. The new series you're in charge of. I heard you got 3rd place in the readers poll. That's amazing.
It's a manga artist that I've been working with since before I debuted. I feel more motivated for this new series than ever before.
Miss Higashiyama puffed up her chest proudly. I'm Yusei Kamaba, 30. I work for Elite Publishing's, largest of its kind in the industry. I'm an editor for the weekly manga series Young Elite that boasts the most publications in Japan.
Your series is celebrating 10 years, right? Congrats!
This is Akina Higashiyama. She works in the same department as me. We've been rivals since we started here. Thank you, but I took over from a predecessor, so it's not like I started it from scratch.
But it's not wrong to say that the series went viral after you took over. I need to work hard for my own long-term series.
I got to work hard alongside Miss Higashiyama and work with the mangas I love. I was happy. But there was one problem. This publishing company is over 100 years old, so the structure of the company was way too old. Unpaid overtime was the norm. Taking PTO meant hearing comments from your supervisors, and harassment wasn't uncommon.
Higashiyama, the idol that was supposed to be on the cover had a scandal. The photo shoot is off. Thanks to all this, the editor-in-chief is furious. Go make some tea and try to make them happy. It's hard for us to do our jobs when that person is unhappy.
This is Taro Kusune. He was one of our 4 vice-in-chief. He was savvy and the higher-ups liked him, so he was successful, but anyone below him did not like him. Very old-fashioned.
Mr. Kusune, why do I have to do that?
What? Because you're a woman. There's only one woman in this editing department. This is your chance to take advantage of being a woman.
I refuse.
Miss Higashiyama refused to do what he said and returned to her desk.
Huh? What's this? It must be her to be so unfeminine.
Mr. Kusune, I've said this many times before, but I don't think you should talk like that in this day and age.
You're a man and you're saying that? What an annoying world we live in now. Listen, I'm saying this for her own good. Why is saying something to help someone considered harassment?
He should have received harassment training when he became vice chief editor. It's not about what we think, but about how the person interprets it. You should be careful.
Yes, sir. By the way, the editor-in-chief wants to pick one newer member to be vice editor-in-chief. If that happens, it'll probably be either you or Higashiyama. I'll vote for you, Komaba.
Thank you, but I hope you can look at skill set and make a fair decision.
Haha, you're so proper. You should kiss up a little in times like this.
Remember that. Mr. Kusune laughed and disappeared. The rumor spread throughout the department. Miss Higashiyama declared war against me.
I'm sure you've heard from people around you that I'm a ball of ambition.
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna go easy.
Then it's a competition. I'm gonna get promoted next.
Miss Higashiyama was never fearful. She always came at me head on. It was refreshing. We didn't try to trip each other up. This relationship between us was nice. A few months later, the series that Miss Higashiyama was in charge of was increasing its fan base and became a hit series. The first book sold unbelievable numbers. She was getting results.
Yusei Komaba, you've been promoted to Vice Editor-in-Chief. Congratulations!
Thank you. I also worked hard to make the series I was given a popular one. But these past 6 months, Miss Higashiyama did better than I did. What does this mean? Why was I chosen? I questioned it, so I asked Mr. Kusune in private.
What? Miss Higashiyama is a woman. That's why her promotion was pushed back. Isn't that obvious?
I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe that such an outdated system still existed in this day and age.
We're lucky that we're men. You're lucky to get the position. Good luck, Vice EIC Komaba.
I didn't know if he was trying to be encouraging. He slapped my butt, but I didn't feel any pain. I'd really wanted this promotion, but I couldn't be genuinely happy about it. I couldn't focus on my work either. A few days later, I was walking down the hall. I noticed Miss Higashiyama's voice in the break room. I stopped and listened. She was talking to another woman from another manga department.
I said I'd definitely get promoted and change this company, but I'm sorry. I couldn't keep my promise this time. You didn't have to promise. Thank you for thinking of me. The harassment counseling room exists, but isn't effective either. Miss Takabon, if anything happens, please let me know. Okay. As long as you're here, I can try my best. I see. Oh yeah, I was gonna give this to you. To me?
Even though she was having a hard time herself, she was worrying about the other women in the office. I clenched my fists. After a while, the other woman left the break room, so I went to talk to Miss Higashiyama.
Huh? Mr. Komaba, how long have you been there?
I'm sorry, I heard everything. Is she alright? Miss Higashiyama stared off with sadness in her eyes and sighed deeply.
The harassment counseling room hasn't changed. It's just on paper. It's so stupid. It's not funny at all.
When Miss Higashiyama first started, she was harassed at work and went to the counseling department to talk about it, but...
I decided not to think about it, so I'm fine.
At the time, I'd been hearing about the situation from her. I heard her say this and figured things were on the mend. But since then, I've witnessed her being a victim. She would help others and brush off her own experiences. So, after talking to the company, all that changed was the victims, not the perpetrators. Nothing was solved. You just decided to hold it in. Are you really okay?
I'm fine. I decided to fight back in my own ways. So don't worry about it. Work hard so you don't lose against me. That's what'll save me.
Her smile back then was so vibrant, I can still remember it clearly. Since then, I've battled with Miss Higashiyama as her rival.
The gender inequality was deeply rooted in this company. These roots found their way into the harassment counseling room that was supposed to be fair. I learned this back then and decided to fight to change this company. You realized what I was fighting, but I didn't want to ask you, a man, for help. I believed that I could still make a difference, that I could change things. But no one can hear me if I yell from the bottom of the ladder. I have to have more power to make change.
People always said Miss Higashiyama was a ball of ambition. She had a quiet fire burning inside of her.
I don't like men who say because you're a woman. But you always fought with me on an even playing field.
To be honest, Mr. Kasune always asked me. Every time, I would analyze what Mr. Kasune told me and come to the conclusion that his way of thinking was wrong.
But I failed. I can't beat you, and maybe I can't do this.
After the first tears she had been holding back fell, she couldn't stop them.
Why? Just because I'm a woman?
I didn't beat you. I got promoted because this company is corrupt. I think people like you need to be properly evaluated.
You can say that, but this company won't change.
There's a way. Do you want to start a company with me?
What? What are you saying?
I'm serious. Not immediately. But do you want to start talking to each other as business partners? I noticed that the way this company runs is not right, but I didn't have as much fire in me as you do. That's why I was able to work here for as long, but it doesn't sit right with me either. I was surprised too, that I could decide to throw away this fortunate position of mine at this company. But ever since the promotion, there's been a dark fog in my heart. In an instant, it cleared. Since then, we talked a lot. The next year, the two of us quit at the same time. The new company we started was an agency for creators mainly focused on manga artists. We're starting with a rental space, but our workplaces are the publishing companies and the manga artist studio, so that's not a problem.
Yeah. Okay, the two of us are going to change the world that has been claimed by privileged people.
Manga artists didn't have coworkers. They were alone. Many of them didn't have experience in an office. Oftentimes, they didn't have the best social skills. I've seen a lot of publishing companies take advantage of that and force their power on young manga artists.
We take care of discussing the series and negotiating salaries. This allows manga artists to focus on their work. We protect them from the publishing company's impossible demands.
Some manga artists don't know about copyright laws, and such so, they would be ignored when it came time to turn their works into dramas. The licensing fee would be insanely cheap, and the scriptwriters would just change the story randomly. We have to change that. Protect all creators. That was her concept, and many people agreed with it. Many manga artists said they were waiting for a management company like this. Meanwhile, Vice Editor Kusune's complaints were echoing off the walls of Young Elite.
What? Another artist signed a deal with that company?
This is the 5th one. They have a good rep among the artists, so I think there will be more. Plus, when you join that agency, they're meticulous about events and turning stories into games and stuff.
I was over the moon that her agency was already doing what it set out to do.
Damn it! We've been able to trick these naive artists and do what we want. This is so annoying. Higashiyama, she's acting cocky. What is she doing starting a company? As a woman. Komaba too. He just got promoted, but he left the company with a woman. He's crazy.
Things were slowly changing, but it seems like he hasn't. One thing Miss Higashiyama wanted was to discover new manga artists. Up until now, there were 2 options to debut. Enter a new artist contest run by a publisher, or bring your work in directly to an editor. We founded a manga artist school that anyone can attend.
We start online and then hold classes in the rental space. You'll have more opportunities if you were able to get an editor's advice beforehand, right?
Miss Higashiyama was right. Young manga artists came knocking the door down to have professional editors see their work. Any manga artists that were able to debut came to join our agency as repayment. Many people were struggling at home alone. These people said that they were glad to meet other people at the school with the same dream.
Teammates and rivals. Having these people around you is important. It can change the course of your life.
Miss Higashiyama looked at me and smiled happily. We have classes every day and more manga artists joined us. We need employees.
You're right. I just heard from the best person that they want to join. Come in.
It was the woman that had been talking to Miss Higashiyama about harassment that day in the break room, Miss Takaban.
Miss Higashiyama, Mr. Komaba, I'm looking forward to working with you too.
Miss Higashiyama was caring. Even after she quit, she had been talking to her. We had a new reliable teammate. Things were looking good. But a dark cloud came over those days. One of the manga artists that started our school recently came to talk to us. Miss Higashiyama thought she might debut soon. It was Chiemi Ohashi who mainly wrote romcoms.
I thought it was in my head, but I feel sure after seeing this week's Young Elite.
She had brought her works to Young Elite many times and was always dropped. The ideas were stolen from her rejected work and used for the manga in Young Elite.
If this is true, I won't let them get away with it.
We couldn't just believe her. I knew Miss Higashiyama felt this way too. Well, we didn't want it to be true.
Let us help. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into your work. They can't treat your work like that.
This woman was trying to chase her dreams and suffering. She couldn't just leave it alone. I felt that too. Yes, if this is true, we will not allow it.
Thank you.
A few weeks later, Miss Ohashi brought a new story to Elite Publishings. She was waiting in the waiting area when Taro Kusune appeared.
You're so persistent. We won't accept just any woman manga artist. You need a lot of strength to keep up with the series.
I understand that. Would you like to take a look at my storyboard?
If you insist, let me see.
Mr. Kusune started looking at the storyboard with annoyance.
It's not bad, but it's missing something.
You say that every time. Can you tell me more specifically what is good and bad? The setting, plot, characters, dialogue. Does anything stand out? Is it all bad?
Mr. Kusune scratched his head and brought his face closer to hers.
If you show some loyalty, I might be able to tell you. How about it? Do you have a boyfriend?
Miss Ohashi glared at Mr. Kusune. She took her storyboard and left.
See? She's not ready to do anything. That's how these women manga artists are.
As soon as he confirmed he was alone, Mr. Kusune called someone.
Oh, hello. I thought of a good character and setting. Yes. Use it for your current plot. Don't thank me. I'll do anything for you.
Mr. Kusune had memorized the idea that Miss Ohashi brought him. and he was relaying the info to a manga artist that he knows.
Okay, let me go back.
Mr. Kasune tried to leave the meeting room. Miss Higashiyama and I were there recording with our phones.
What? You two are former employees, but I don't think you should be in this office. Why are you recording?
Long time no see. We signed the visitor list, Jamie Ohashi and 2 others.
We recorded your phone call earlier as well.
You two, you tricked me.
Trick sounds bad. We just wanted to protect the manga artists and their potential.
Will you tell us? Who were you on the phone with just now? We have an idea who it was, but...
I can't tell you that.
I see. We'll have to ask Mr. Gohongi directly. I don't think he knows the ideas were stolen.
He'll probably be surprised and furious. I already had it published, how could you?
Mr. Gohongi was a big-time manga artist at Young Elite. Mr. Kasune was sweating. I called on Miss Ohashi from outside the room. In her hands were all the storyboards she had brought in before and copies of Mr. Gohongi's work.
I've loved Young Elite since I was a kid. I can't believe this kind of theft would happen here.
Miss Ohashi glared at Mr. Kasune with resentment. She handed the papers to Miss Higashiyama and me. When we checked with Miss Ohashi, there were over 10 cases of stolen ideas.
What? You investigated?
Every time. 2 to 3 weeks after Miss Ohashi brings you a story, the idea is used in the series. Especially this character. This is definitely Miss Ohashi's original idea. You can't call this a coincidence. This character was modeled after an abandoned mutt that I found as a child. We don't know what kind of dog it is, and it has unique patterns, but it looks the same and has the same name.
Grr.
Mr. Kasune couldn't say anything after seeing the picture of the dog. He ran away.
This is bad. How can I tell Mr. Gohongi?
Mr. Kasune ran away into the editing department where outside people couldn't enter. But Miss Higashiyama and I thought this through. We had already made our move.
Mr. Kasune, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy. Talk to me later.
But the board told me that you need to come right now.
Bored? Did they already find out? No way. There's still time. Damn it, that woman.
If the board wants to see you, you have to go. Mr. Kasune walked with cold sweat dripping down. He knocked hesitantly. We meet again.
What? Why are you here?
We had scheduled an appointment for Miss Ohashi to meet with Mr. Kasune. And we had set an appointment with the legal department right after. Miss Takabon was with us now.
Kasune, what have you done? Apologize to them right now.
Well, what's happening? I don't know what this is about.
Don't play dumb. Harassment based on outdated gender ideals. I have shivers down my spine.
What? I take care of my subordinates. I was rooting for your promotion, but the result was unfortunate.
Mr. Kasune desperately tried to cover his tracks in front of the board member. I almost said something, but this was about the woman.
I was always worried about Miss Takabon. I've known her since college. Even though she was in another department, you talked to her constantly. You even followed her home, didn't you?
Stop saying nonsense. Do you even have proof? What?
You know what this is about, and yet you ask for proof? You want the proof? I felt bad about leaving Miss Takabon when I quit. I kept in touch with her. Miss Takabon is kind, so you probably thought she couldn't do anything. But she asked me for help. She mustered the courage and took action. So I gave her this. I told her it would help bring you down.
It was a pen that could record things. Miss Higashiyama had asked her to gather evidence. Miss Takabon laid out pictures and logs of the voice recordings on the desk.
These are all lies. I'm being framed. Don't believe them.
Mr. Kasune tried to cling to the board member, but he looked like he had given up. We've already sent the evidence to your legal department through a lawyer. We're planning to sue.
Sue? Is it worth all that? I wanted Miss Takaban to survive in this male-dominated society.
Stop talking. Just hearing your voice is terrible.
You couldn't imagine these words coming from Miss Takaban's kind mouth. Mr. Kusune wilted. I had to tell him something. There was something nagging at my chest. Mr. Kusune, do you remember when I asked you why I was promoted instead of Miss Higashiyama?
What?
I hadn't told her about this. I held it all in. Because she's a woman. You said that, didn't you? I was painfully aware that that was how this company worked. But in this day and age, you'll only get left behind. Please admit it, Miss Higashiyama deserved that promotion more than I did. And that you can't destroy the dreams of these manga artists just because they're women. I had fought with and alongside Miss Higashiyama. I couldn't let it go that this was how that ended. The board member looked uncomfortable. I bet he was aware too. They didn't make eye contact with me and bowed their heads.
Kisune, you'll be punished later. Mr. Komaba, Miss Higashiyama, Miss Takaban, I'm sincerely sorry about all this. It is partially the company's fault. I will make sure he learns his lesson, so go easy on us.
This board member had a lot of pride and was very old-fashioned. I felt like I took down a big obstacle. Miss Higashiyama glared unforgivingly, but she smiled at me. Stealing ideas for manga artists and various counts of harassment. Mr. Kusune's wrongdoings were discovered by all the higher-ups. But Elite Publishing's was soft. They tried to send Mr. Kusune to a random department and leave it at that.
That was close. The company isn't brave enough to tell Mr. Gohongi about all this. Once this blows over, I'll be back in editing. I'm an important asset.
Their lawyer responded, "He's deeply regretful and he was transferred, so please be kind."
What? That's it? How corrupt are they? I'm glad I prepared something else.
Miss Higashiyama asked the lawyer to sue and contacted someone for the second part of her plan. That night, Elite Publishings was on the news for all their shady business. Mr. Kusune's stuff was terrible, but the company was blamed for trying to hide it. It went viral. Elite Publishings panicked and held a press conference.
Mr. Gohongi had no part in the recent events. All the responsibility falls on the current editors. We are deeply apologetic.
Mr. Kusune was fired for his many offenses. But the company's image was terrible. On top of that, Mr. Gohongi's series was cut because of the theft. People were furious.
What? Mr. Gohonji did nothing wrong.
The legal responsibility was all on Mr. Kusune. But his own work became a stolen one. Mr. Gohongi couldn't stand that. There was talks of the CEO resigning because of all this. Apparently, this CEO is the younger brother of the female CEO of Love Koi Publishings. What happened to this CEO? That's a story for another day.
Sir, please raise your head.
Mr. Gohongi was a victim, but he'd apologized to Miss Ohashi. Mr. Gohongi was a best-selling artist, so he quickly found another company to work with. He's moved on. Congrats on your series.
Thank you. It's thanks to you all that I was able to debut.
6 months since the scandal, Chiemi Ohashi's got her series.
Miss Ohashi, you've shined from the start. Have confidence and good luck.
Elite Publishings apologized to her for the theft and paid her as well. She exchanged contacts with Mr. Gohongi, and they go out for meals sometimes.
This is a long overdue, but thank you for letting me start this company with you. Thanks to you, I'm able to let my skills shine.
A few days later, Miss Higashiyama told me this. She looked a little nervous.
So, the rivals thing, I'm pretty over it. I mean, we're still a team, but... not. I want to be your girlfriend.
Okay.
What? Really? Wait, that was so casual.
It's not casual. I like you. I never said anything, but since we became rivals, I've been into her. I was waiting for her to have feelings for me too. She blushed when I told her this. She tried to change the way that women can exist. I'm sure the ripple effects are happening even now. Everyone has their own beliefs, their own ideal society. Sometimes we'll hit obstacles and trip, but I believe we are marching toward a brighter future.